For instance, the race to the White House looks a lot different as we get closer and closer to Election Day, November 5th. First, President Joe Biden made a stunning decision to drop out of the race over the summer, and his decision led him to endorse Vice President Kamala Harris as the Democratic nominee for president. Harris accepted the nomination for president following her selection of her VP running mate, Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota, after that DNC event that happened. But those two have been building momentum. In addition to this, the criminal guy and Vice President Harris had their first and only presidential debate on September 10th. We'll discuss that shortly, but is so much what is going on with in politics here. But with President Biden dropping out of the race here and Kamala Harris stepping in and choosing Vice President pick Governor Tim Walz, it's like so much can happen like at any moment here. Like the stakes are very high here because this race is going to be like really tight here, and it's like I don't know how else to describe it here, but all I could tell you is that people were telling him that they want President Biden to step out of the race here because they fear that he's not going to beat who, basically, and it's like but he served his purpose, and he's been a politician for a very long time here, and he has made an impact, and or I should say, he has a legacy that he's about to have here, basically, because let me just say that President Biden's career in politics spanned over 5 decades, nearly 50 years, over a half century, basically, starting with his election to the New Castle County Council in Delaware in 1970. And despite personal tragedies, including the loss of his first wife and daughter in a car accident, Biden persevered in his political career. He served as a senator for 36 years, championing the working class and working on bipartisan deals. Biden also ran for president in 1988 and 2008 before becoming Barack Obama's running mate in 2008 here, basically. So, and now it's like basically he's tried to run for president, but he became vice president under Barack Obama. But then look what happened 2020. He beat 45 and President Biden became the 46th president of the United States and took care of what he had to take care of despite all the negative stuff that occurred here, which I'm not going to get too in depth on it, but we know obviously about what happened. I know specifically I'm referring to January 6, 2021, when who tried to attack the Capitol because he claimed that the election was rigged and it was not in his favor. Basically, it's like he just won't accept the results. He just this is the only time you're going to hear me say his name. Trump just cannot move on from losing it, and he doesn't want to accept the loss, and it's like it's ridiculous. It's like he's acting like a big baby, basically, and that's all I could say on that. But